Good morning and welcome to our broadcast today. We're here in beautiful Matthews, North Carolina at the Matthews Sportsplex just outside of the Queen City of Charlotte, North Carolina for our championship weekend. We're bringing you today's first match of the day with the Eckerd Sirens versus the Tulane Green Wave in a women's consolation match. I'm Jonathan Atkinson. I'm joined here in the booth today by Megan Hershey. Good morning, Megan.
Good morning.
So how did these teams get here, Megan?
Eckerd played Tulane and Eckerd played Salisbury in the first game, and it was battling back and forth, and they just couldn't pull up, and they lost 29-20 against Salisbury. And then Tulane, they were battling really hard against Fresno State. It was battle of the forwards pretty much in scrums, and losing 57-17.
Both teams after excellent regular seasons. Tulane going undefeated through CIRC competition this year, the SIRC champion and last year's spring champion. Eckerd, interestingly, had a few losses during the season, pushing themselves, playing Division I club UCF in Florida, as well as the Tampa women. How do you think that's going to play into the turnaround today in this constellation? Tough to get knocked out and play a second game.
Yeah, especially with yesterday's heat and the beatings that they were taking yesterday. It's going to be a good battle now, and it's kind of the last game of the day for them. And hopefully they got well rested and got their well-deserved ice baths, and they can come out here pounding again, hopefully for a win.
Both teams looking to pick up that win on the weekend to end the season on a high note. Getting ready to kick off here. Referee in the middle today, Joe Burpo. Out of the south here as well, local guy. All set for kickoff here. We're going to have Tulane kicking off, headed to Eckerd. As we wait for the kick from number 10, Gwen Leifer, the 21-year-old out of Boulder, and we are off. Kick goes deep, just past the 10, into the hands of number 12, Chloe Root. Root carries strong. Good contest there. Out of the hands of number 9, Babicki. Right into the hands of number 1, Vicky Grew. Grew back to the line strong. Babicki feeds it back again into the back line now. Eckerd looking to move it wide into the channels. Eckerd particularly strong on the outside. Turning the corner, looking for the offload there. Offload doesn't quite go to hands, finds a Tulane player.
She's holding on.
Ball bouncing around here a bit. Babicki picks up again, right back into the hands of Yanuskevich, who cleans it up a little bit, right into the hands of Alexis Pegraza, the 20-year-old from Oconomowoc, Wisconsin. Babicki feeds it out into the backs again. Good pressure there from Tulane, number 12, Rowan Turner, the star for him, pushing up, but Eckerd able to move the ball quickly, getting it back inside with the offload to number 11, Lynetta Goodwin. Babicki looking to take her time here, into the hands of Yanuskevich, feeds it off into the forwards. Forwards pounding it, getting it right back to gain line. Good job maintaining the ball there in contact. Little danger for him at the breakdown. Eckerd looking to move it wide again. Just inside their own half. 7 or 8 phases now, but really in the same spots on the field. Stephanie Franz breaks one, gets it right up to the 10. A good drag tackle there from Tulane to recover, though. Moving it wide again through the hands of Yanuskevich. Out the outside to Chloe Root, I believe. Root, no, sorry, that was number 4, Emerson Allen. Allen gets him back to gain line. Moving it back again through the forwards into the hands of Krzyzewski. Babicki looking to move it again into the forwards. Right into the hands of a charging forward there from Eckerd. Number 2, Peraza, carries them to the halfway. Eckerd now into the other half for the first time this game. Back into the hands of Vicky Grew. Eckerd looking to keep it tight here. Really pounding up, Megan.
Yeah, this is kind of what happened yesterday. Tulane just was getting pounded by Fresno State, and looks like Eckerd's doing that now.
Babicki looking to move it right into the hands again. Slight break, but Tulane recovers well. Moved out there that time by number 7, Nicole Vandale, sorry. And Tulane picking and going through the forwards again. Now just about 10 meters deep into Tulane's territory. Pounding it forward here into the hands of Mara Knight. Babicki will go into the backs again to Januszkiewicz. Swings it wide to Chloe Root. Out to Catherine Shearer. Shearer, the big scorer for them so far. Shearer going again by herself. Finds a little break. Shearer breaks the last one. Covered well by Tulane. Finds the offload to one of their other big threats, Stephanie Franz. They're looking to keep it alive here. Lots of continuity. As they're now 10 meters deep into the Tulane half, but Tulane with some great defense pushes back, takes away half that gain. Babicki out to Januszkiewicz. Januszkiewicz looking to swing it wide, but Tulane having none of it, getting great pressure in the midfield there. Big tackle by number 4, attempt on a tackle by number 4, Josie Fisher. But Tulane has slipped it wide with a covering tackle. Now they're back to halfway. That ball goes loose, though, and Tulane will have the turnover with their first chance to attack for the day, just inside of the Eckerd half. Referee Burpo lets it go. Legault moving it into the hands of number 1, Sophie Tannen. Tannen going to go right back to gain line. Legault looking to move it again through the forwards into the hands of Sophie Fisher. Fisher, the 19-year-old out of San Antonio. They'll move it wide now into the backs to the hands of Gwen Leifer. She gives it a short ball away to Emily Monaco. Monaco gets him just about 5 meters across, 10 meters deep into the Eckerd half. Moving it now to the forwards. Little space on the edge here if they can get around it. Great offload back to the inside from number 8, Claire Sullivan, into the hands of Haley Alexander, the prop. Pushing back to gain line again through the forwards.
Hold weak.
Legault into the hands of Leifer. Leifer tries to swing it wide. That one's slightly mishandled. Gives Eckerd an opportunity. Lots of space out to the left side, though, if Tulane can continue to move this one. Just about in midfield right now. Slight miscue on that ball. Legault digging. Plenty of options set up here with the forwards to the left side. Back into the hands of Josie Fisher again. Fisher gets to the gain line, breaks 2 before being brought down. Legault out to Sophie Tannen. Tannen with a big run, the prop there out of Rutland, Vermont. But Eckerd making the life difficult for Tulane there at the breakdown, but not quite legally. Interesting tempo to start this match out, Megan.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit different than yesterday's game, even though, both teams are coming out pretty quick and at a fresh start. I think now that the jitters are kind of out of their system now, and they're just playing the game that they love.
Are you blood, Eva?
Do you want me to? I'm a blood son, yeah.
Slight break in the action as one of the Tulane forwards gets a little temporary attention here.
Some attention from blood substitution for Tulane.
Tulane 10, Leifer will take the opportunity to kick them just past the 22,
awarded to Tulane,
giving Tulane their first opportunity for a line out today. First line out of the day. Very little wind here. Beautiful day in Matthews, North Carolina. Just about 70 degrees, overcast. Great day for the hookers in the backs, right, Megan?
That's for sure. It's not as hot as it was yesterday, so now they have a little bit of shade there to kind of get their juices flowing.
Tulane doesn't quite get that one cleanly, but they do recover it and get it away quickly into the backs. Leifer with a break. She's gone through, and Gwen Leifer, the 21-year-old out of Boulder, will open up the scoring for Tulane. Puts that one right under the posts.
Yeah, that was one heck of a drive there, and she kind of saw that green and just was not going to stop. It didn't look like there was going to stop on her there, and she just went through and got a try for them to put them up.
Well played out of the Tulane line out there. didn't quite go to hands, but the forward's able to throw it back to the 9. A little attack from the 9 there, opened up the space for Leifer, and she just went right through. Great job to open up the scoring account there. Conversion will be right under the sticks.
You don't see this often.
Number 12, Rowan Turner lines it up. Turner, a big scorer for the Green Wave so far this season. And that one will go right off the post.
It didn't make it to our bench.
But in the 68-5 win over Kansas when they opened up the playoffs this year, Turner had 28 of those 65 points, both from the boot and tries. Quite a haul for her.
Let me see if I actually...
Just about 8 minutes into this one. Tulane's going to lead 5-0, though.
Let me see if I can get in touch with the...
Eckerd looking to get back in here. Our Tulane player was receiving a little attention, I believe, back in the game now. Eckerd sets to kick off. Kick lands just about on the 22 into the hands of number 11, Emily Monaco. Monaco tackled well there by number 4, Emerson Allen. Tulane looks to move it right into the hands of Claire Sullivan. A little bit of miscommunication between the 9 and Sullivan there resulted in a knock-on. We will have our first scrum of the day to Eckerd.
Thank you, sir.
17 off.
Eckerd with a great opportunity for attack here, all the way on the left side of the field, just about 5 meters from touch, but on the Tulane 22. First chance of them to really attack from the open play here, Megan.
Yeah, I think this is going to be big for Eckerd here. If they can win this scrum and push those forwards out of a little bit more back, and then for that 9 to be able to get there and get it out to her 10 and attack that line of Tulane.
Absolutely. Eckerd with no problem setting the platform there. All their backs lined up to the left except for number 14. They're going to look to swing it right into the hands of number 12, Chloe Root. Root brought down strongly in the middle of the field. But Vicky will look to keep it going the same way into the hands of Steffi Franz. Franz, one of the danger players in this back line for Eckerd. She moves it out to 11. Goodwin brought down strongly there by Tulane, though. No problem. But Vicky will look to settle and move it back into the forward pod in the midfield to the hands of Peraza. Peraza carries right to gain line. Eckerd going the same way, moving left again into the hands of Yanuskevich. Looking to move it wide now. There's space on the corner if they can get to it. There's a missed tackle, and we have a break there from number 13, Kat Shearer. Kat Shearer all the way to the line. No one's going to stop her now. And Eckerd will respond strongly and put up 5 points of their own through the hands of number 13, Catherine Shearer. Just a little space on the left side there. Shearer broke through one soft tackle as the defense was drifting and a little out of position. And there was nobody between her and that try line, Megan.
Yeah, she's doing what she did yesterday, and she had 2 tries on the day, and she's just adding to that for this weekend, and that stiff arm there is pretty lethal for her. If they can get that ball to her and she also has that support, I see more tries in her future.
Conversion from number 4, Emerson Allen, is good, and with just about 10 minutes down out of this first half, Eckerd will claim the lead for the first time today, 7-5. As you said, Shearer, we were talking about Rowan earlier, a big point scorer for the Eckerd Sirens. Their 53-12 win over Coastal Carolina in the second round of playoffs. Shearer accounted for 31 points of her own.
Yeah, she's been a real force here for Eckerd, and hopefully she just continues on, and that her determination and her adrenaline gets across to the Eckerd side.
Kickoff there from Tulane is going to bounce just past the 22, right back into the hands of Shearer, the try scorer. Shearer will get past one, little switch back to the inside, and Eckerd is almost to the 10-meter line. Babicki feeding it back into the forwards in the hands of Vicky Grew. Grew doing great work there to get back to gain line. As Eckerd sets to go left again, right back into the forwards, into the hands of Mara Knight this time. Knight again brought down on gain line.
Push out.
They look to go to the short side, though, now. The hands of number 4, Emerson Allen. Allen breaks one, continues with the great leg drive, but she's driven out of bounds. Great defense there from Tulane.
You got to pull
Tulane will have a chance to attack here just inside the Eckerd half. Interesting choice there to go up the short side.
Yeah, and I think for them it was just kind of a matter of just taking what they had and were able to get it across to where they needed, and now Tulane's got a chance to bring it up the field.
Tulane set up with a 3-person line out this time. All the forwards out wide, not able to field it cleanly again, but plenty of support set up on the outside. Into the hands of number 7, Eva Dills. Carries him strongly to gain line. Back to the left again they go. A little bit of offload to the outside. They've got space through the hands of Sarah Foster. But Foster again driven out of bounds. Great work there up the short side. Just got over gain line with the initial forward ball and the offload to the outside, netted him about 15. I'd look to see that happen again.
Yeah, Foster, has had one heck of a weekend, and I'm just going to continue to see her moving forward.
Great line out there from Eckerd. They look to move it wide. Back into the hands of Shearer. Shearer steps one, gets a little break, but great tackle there by Rowan. Turner. Fisher goes again. Sorry.
Come on, Beverly.
Shearer goes again. Moves it out to the left into the hands of Chloe Hill. Hill tackled well there by Tulane.
Fire!
As Eckerd looks to establish the rhythm again. Back in the hands of number 3, Mara Knight in the forwards. Setting up again. Looks like it's going to be a forward ball to Peraza. And it is. Peraza carries hard to the line. She takes 3 Green Wave players to bring her down. Tulane now looking to move it wide in the hands of Janishevitz. All the way back out to Shearer. Shearer gets the offload away. They're moving out into the forwards there, onto the hands of Stephanie Franz. Franz gets it away to the winger. Number 11, Lynetta Goodwin, I believe, but Goodwin driven out of bounds, and Tulane will have a great attacking platform here just inside the Eckerd 22.
Tulane with an attacking line.
See the big number 4 there, Emerson Allen on the outside channel working with the backs, Megan.
Yeah, Allen, the forwards for Eckerd have been a key dominant here, especially between Peraza and Knight.
Tulane secures their own line out. Great over the top work there from Claire Sullivan, the tall number 8 out of Chicago. Gets Tulane right back on the front foot, and they're here in midfield. The ball moves out from Legao to Leifer. Leifer now looking to move it to the hands of Turner. The big score for them. Turner gets him right back to gain line.
Go weak!
We'll go to the left into the hands of Sullivan again. Sullivan's going to hit it to number 7, Bose. They're moving it wide. There's space there, but unable to carry it or pass it cleanly. Relieves the pressure, and Eckerd will have a chance here to clear their own line with a line out halfway between the 22 and the try line. Seems like there's a lot of space on the outside for both teams today if they can move it wide.
Yeah, that's kind of been the key, too, from yesterday and even today I've seen. There's so much space on that outside that they just keep driving it forward. If they can get those out to the wingers, it's pretty much a fair game for both side wingers.
Eckerd here with the scrum just about 7 meters off their own try line. High pressure situation for them. Set up with one back to the right, everyone else out left. Great drive in the scrum. But that ball comes straight back out the tunnel.
With that ball having come out the tunnel.
We'll have it again. Eckerd will have another chance. Great drive there.
Yeah, Eckerd's scrums this weekend have been pretty good. I mean, they've gone up against some tough competition there in the front. But if they can just keep on driving them back, their scrums are going to be pretty dominant this weekend.
Look for that to be a strong attacking platform for them as the game continues. Just about 15 minutes into this first half as we still sit 7, Eckerd, 5, Tulane. Feed again, comes back cleanly. Stable at the back. Eckerd will look to move it into the back. So we have a cross-field kick there. Just about gets to the 22, and that's going to be fielded by Tulane's number 15, Angelica Robinson. Wynn Leifer looks to go to the right again. Leifer breaks one. She's out there on the 22. Low support, though. She's covered there by Ellers. Tulane doing a great job of recovering that ball, but a lot of pressure there on the go from the Eckerd forwards in that breakdown. Back into the hands of number 4, Josie Fisher. Fisher drives it beyond gain line, looking to get Tulane rolling now inside the Eckerd 22. Right back into the hands of Sophie Tannen. Tannen gets him just beyond gain line. Legault moving this one wide, not quite to hands there at Leifer. Really needed to have that one cleanly, but moves it out to Turner. Turner plays it well out to Foster. Foster gets a little break. I believe, lost that one, tried to take a kick at it. The referee, Burpo, says we'll come back. The knock-on from Tulane. Eckerd will have another chance there for a scrum just inside the 22. Interesting setup on that last one for the crossfield clearance. Looked as though Eckerd was using that as an attacking platform, Megan.
Yeah, they if they can keep that offensive line going too, they're gonna come out and keep pressuring that Tulane defense.
Absolutely. That kick pushing the Tulane back three a bit, but Tulane able to handle it well. But as you said, Eckerd had a good chasing line. Scrum here nice and stable. Eckerd lots of space to the right. Backs are creeping up. Looks as though they'll go back into the infield. That ball not played cleanly right on the 5. Rear danger here. That's turned over right into the hands of Gwen Leifer. Leifer couldn't quite hold it cleanly. But Tulane with a great opportunity here. They move it into the hands of Claire Sullivan to the right. Sullivan drives through 2. But Eckerd recovering well to stop them. Out into the hands here. There's space to the left if Tulane can move it cleanly into the hands of Angelica Robertson. That ball just lost, though. And I believe that is going to be an offsides penalty there on the knock-on.
Hey, what's the penalty?
And Eckerd, lucky to relieve the pressure there. It looked like Tulane had them to rights on the try there, were it not for the handling.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for Tulane because they had, I believe it was Foster that was out there on that end.
Kick doesn't quite go to touch. Good chase there, though, sees Eckerd cleanly tackle Emily Monaco from Tulane. Number 6, Lindsay Vose, tries to go to the weak side, but Eckerd sees that opportunity, drives her into touch. And Eckerd will have a chance again to clear their own line with a line out just outside the 22.
Did reach out of bounds. Line out awarded to Eckerd.
Lots of pressure here on Eckerd. They've spent about 10 minutes inside their own 22. Got to think that's taken something out of them, Megan.
Yeah, Tulane's been driving here pretty quick in the last, couple minutes here, and they keep attacking Eckerd, and it was a little unfortunate that she took that inline there, and maybe she thought she could kind of take a little sidestep on her and get her, but now it's in the hands of Eckerd here.
Taking a short break here as one of the Eckerd players receives just a little bit of tape. Sure, everyone taking a well-deserved rest for a moment after all that action.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we have a little time here for injury, but it does kind of give both teams a little bit of rest in between to kind of catch their breath and kind of regroup on the pack line, and then also for the wingers out there too.
Tulane looking to have a lot of conversation here, trying to sort some things out. Lots of opportunities. Back to the 3-man line out. Tulane will steal this one. Moving it wide into the hands of Leifer. Leifer brought down strongly there in the midfield. Tulane looking to come back to the short side into the hands of number 8, Claire Sullivan. Sullivan moves it to the outside, but it comes back to her. Little chance here on the corner through the hands of Emily Monaco. Monaco gets him right back onto the 22. Legault throws it back to the forwards now to Jody Fisher. Josie Fisher breaks one. Gets about 5 meters there. Legault looking to move it left to the hands of Leifer. Leifer moving it out into the danger. Turner to the outside. Space here on the corner if they can get it. Sarah Foster looking to turn it. Don't know that anyone from... Oh, Eckerd does a great job to track her down there on the tackle. The 15 was coming across. But Tulane just about 5 meters out now. Leifer moves it quickly back into the hands of Sullivan in the midfield. Sullivan just about 2 meters out from the try line now. There's space to the right side if Tulane can move it quickly. Right back into the hands of number 7, Eva Dills. Dills gets right back on the gain line. Eckerd does a great job of slowing that ball down, though. Tulane looking to slow it down and pick it with the forwards there. Out into the hands of Leifer. Danger here. Leifer steps back into the inside, though, and is handled well by Eckerd number 4, Emerson Allen. Just about 5 meters out now for Tulane. We'll go out to the outside. Not quite on the mark with that pass to number 14, Ellers. She's brought down just about 7 meters from the try line. A pick from Haley Alexander there. Gets him right back onto the 5. Back to the infield to number 2, Stephanie Holden, the 18-year-old out of Houston.
Again! Again!
Eckerd having to do a lot of work just 5 meters out from their own try line. Into the hands of the hands of Foster there. Foster will break too. And finally, Tulane will get some points for all that pressure through the hands of number 13, Sarah Foster, the 22-year-old out of Boston. Tulane will move it just about 18 minutes left to go in this first half. Puts their second one on the board of the day. Takes us to 10-7. Megan, what was the key there for Tulane? They converted the pressure to points that time.
Yeah, Fisher there at the beginning, her drive was a big impact for them, and they kept pressuring the Eckerd defense there. And Eckerd yesterday, they held up Salisbury a couple times here in the try line, and it's a little unfortunate for them on this one that Tulane just snuck that right on in for a try. It was a great drive there.
Definitely strong defense there from Eckerd, but eventually proves just slightly too much for them to be able to hold out this Tulane back line. Conversion there from number 12, Turner, is good. Tulane will take the lead on this one, 12-7 over the Eckerd Sirens with just about 17 minutes to go here in the first half. Tough, Megan, for Eckerd to play that long in their own half. Going to have to look to get back down into the other end of the field.
Yeah, and a couple of the kicks they had yesterday, they kind of drove it back a little farther into the defensive side and kind of gave them a little bit of time to pressure up and get a nice little drive at the end.
Eckerd kickoff there is strong, right into the hands of number 3, Haley Alexander. Alexander back to the inside to Eva Dills. Dills will carry Tulane just about to 10 meters deep into their own half. Looking to move it again into the forwards. The hands of Stephanie Holden. Holden taking 2 to bring her down there. And Legault will look to move it to the hands of Leifer. Leifer into Turner's hands. Turner, slight bobble, but recovers it there. Gets back to gain line, and they look to move back into the hands of the forwards. Back into Fisher. So instrumental in that last try there. So Josie Fisher. Tulane looking to keep it tight again. Banging it up with the forwards. But getting good ground from the hands of number 7, Eva Dills there. Gets them about 5 meters into their own half. But tries for one pass to the outside to the wing. Emily Monaco. Monaco not quite able to come up with that one. And Eckerd will have a great chance here to get back in the game with a line out just about 10 meters deep into the Tulane territory. Eckerd opts for the 4-person line out this time. Fields it, not cleanly, but they're able to recover it. Back into the hands of Vicky Grew. They look to keep it tight here as they recover, get resettled. Eckerd drives it up through the forwards. Hands of Babicki. Babicki looking to move it out to Yanuskevich. And there's the intercept there from Turner. Turner reads it beautifully. That ball just a little bit static there, and Tulane able to turn that one over just outside the 22. Lots of pressure in the breakdown there. But Eckerd commits a penalty there. I believe that was in through the side. And Tulane will have a chance to attack again here.
Penalty awarded to Tulane.
Tulane kicks to line out. Tough for the backs there. Lots of pressure from Tulane coming up on that one, Megan.
Yeah, that was a great read there by Turner to get that ball. She saw where it was going and didn't stop and got that nice little interception. And then I believe it was followed by Dills there on that carry. But Shearer came up and was right there and saw her, made a great tackle, and she got up real quick on that.
Eckerd definitely playing with the intent to go wide. Ball's recovered well here by Tulane, and they set up the driving maul. Beautiful driving maul from Tulane. Nets him 5. Sullivan opts to bring it out, though. Swims through 1. She's on the 5-meter.
Patience!
Go down!
Eckerd brings her down. Does a good job to slow the ball down and give themselves a chance to recover. Into the outside, they go again through the backs into the hands of Turner. Turner brought down well there, though, on gain line. But Vicky moves it left into the hands of Josie Fisher again. Fisher doing great work there, caring for the Tulane forwards. They go back to the short side. There's space there if they can find it. Sullivan with the offload to the outside to Monaco. But Monaco not able to hold on to that one. A slight knock on there will relieve the pressure for Eckerd.
That ball knocked into the try zone.
Megan, looked like if they had been able to get that one to hands, it was 5 points for sure.
Yeah, and I think she saw that line there and had her eyes set on that. But when she saw that the defender coming, she kind of took her eyes off of it or tried to go for that stiff arm, and that Eckerd defender was able to knock that ball out and get that knock on.
Sullivan there showcasing a talent they've discussed about number 8, Claire Sullivan, the tall player out of Chicago who has a propensity for that alley-oop offload over the top there, using her height to her advantage, opening up the back line there for Tulane. Eckerd here with a good scrum on the 5. Good strong platform. They feed it back. Looking for the cross-field kick here. 15 for Tulane. Robertson just a little bit slow to get that one, and Eckerd will recover it. Stephanie Franz does great work to recover that one for Eckerd. Tries to go again. Maybe a slight knock on there. Oh, unfortunate for Eckerd. Beautiful cross-field attacking kick there, Megan.
Yeah, Franz yesterday, she was a little speedster, and she's showing that speed again, too, to be able to get that kick. She just had that little mishandle there on that drive there, and it's unfortunate for them, but now it's time for the Eckerd scrums to go ahead and push Tulane back again like they've been doing all game.
Speed is the word there, covering from the try line almost to 10 meters. Very quickly on that kick. Tulane will have an attacking platform here, just about 10 meters deep into the Eckerd half. Good strong scrum from Tulane. Sullivan looking to move it out the back. And Tulane pouring on Eckerd pouring on the pressure side. Vicky able to come away with that one. Sorry, Legault moves it left into the hands of Ellers. Ellers looking for space on the outside, throws it back into Leifer. Leifer does a good job of recovering now, and just about 10 meters deep into the Eckerd half now. Back into the hands of Josie Fisher, but she's met strongly there by the Eckerd defense. We'll go again into the forwards to the hands of number 1, Sophie Tannen. Tannen carries Tulane just over gain line. I'm slowing it down a little bit here, back in the hands of Fisher. Fisher with a great leg drive there. Went behind gain line by Alexis Peraza. Manages to get herself about 3 or 4 meters out of that. Leifer right back on the gain line for Tulane. Leifer spins it wide in the hands of Turner. Turner all the way out to Foster. Foster, great leg drive there through Shearer. And Shearer pops right back up and makes a mess of that breakdown for Tulane. Out to Sullivan on the outside. Sullivan offloads to Haley Alexander. Alexander met well there by the Eckerd defense. Slight knock there by number 4, Josie Fisher. Tulane looking to play at a tempo that's very under control.
Yeah, I think they finally gotten a hold of what they wanted to do, and kind of, being able to kind of regroup after you have a sub on, and after all this time too. Hopefully now they're able to take a nice little break and have that forward line go talk. Because I think number 17, Lindsay Stanek came on for there, so she's new in that scrum. So kind of have to regroup there and go ahead and push Eckerd off.
Stanek on into the front row. First scrum there. Moves Haley Alexander, number 3, back into the flanker position. Number 6, Lindy Bose, comes off. Tulane looking to intermix their forwards and backs there. Really getting Sullivan and Fisher into the action.
Yeah, and they were key in yesterday's game as well, so it'll be good to see them get back on it now.
Eckerd with a good clean scrum there. The number 8 picks it up and drives through one tackle there. Kasheznik. They move it back into the forwards. Big barnstorming run there from Alexis Peraza. Gets it right back onto the halfway line. The Vicky looks to move it back into the forwards again into the hands of Kosheznik. Kosheznik held up well there by number 7, Eva Dills. Vicky moving it out to the outside. Eckerd looking to move it wide there.
Emily! Can't play the ball on the ground.
Good pressure from the Tulane defense, but maybe a little bit too good.
Apologies, tackling that.
The referee's going to say there's no release in the breakdown there. Allowing Tulane a little too much time to slow that one down and get reset. And Eckerd will have a chance to kick the touch. Just over the 50. Great clearance there from Leifert, number 10. Sorry, Januszkiewicz. Januszkiewicz gets him just outside of the Tulane 22. Megan, the Eckerd forwards doing a great job of getting back to game line there.
Yeah, their Eckerd's forwards have been pretty much top-notch today and yesterday, and for them to have 2 big games right now is going to be big for Eckerd going forward.
Definitely tough to play that with that intensity 2 days in a row. Space out there, wide there for the backs. Trying to move it out wide into the hands of Shearer, but just not quite getting there so far. Unfortunately, the line out there is going to be ruled not straight. Eckerd loses the attacking platform. Tulane will have a chance to go on the attack again, opting for the 3-person line out just outside their own 22. But Eckerd will spoil it. Recovers the ball, and Eckerd is on a roll again. Vicky out to Januszkiewicz, moving it out to the outside to the hands of Chloe Root. Root trying to do a little something there, throw it back inside, but don't think she quite found what she was looking for. Eckerd looking to move wide again. Great defense there from number 13 on the outside, Sarah Foster. Tulane very patiently playing that drift and able to cover the space out wide. Vicky takes a little dark herself. Beautiful run there. Eckerd looking to move it wide again. Good fast ball. They get into the hands of number 13, Shearer. Shearer with a little dancing on the corner, showing why she's been so dangerous for this Eckerd team all year. Takes 3 of the green wave to bring her down, just outside of the 5 meters from about half. From the hands of Januszkiewicz into Peraza again. Peraza carrying very well for this Eckerd attack. As Eckerd looks to move it wide again, all the way through the outside channel. Hands of Emerson Allen to the hands of Franz. Franz steps 1, looks to go back to the inside, and gets Eckerd just about 5 meters deep into their own half. Vicky looking to go short. Very little support there, though. Maybe a little trouble here from Eckerd in this breakdown, but covered well by Allen. Vicky taking her time to get that forward pod set up. Not quite to hands there of number 8, Nicola Kosheznik. Just couldn't come away with it. Tulane will have a
Handling
scrum.
error will result in a scrum awarded to Tulane.
It looks as though Tulane's playing a low-pressure defense on the outside there against Eckerd, Megan.
Yeah, and we saw this yesterday against when Eckerd was playing, and they would take a little time to get to that breakdown, and it kind of sets up that Tulane defense or that defense there. It kind of gives them that little bit of time, but you never know when that 9's going to pick it up, and sometimes you can catch Tulane offsides.
Big scrum here. Eckerd driving. Tulane putting him under pressure, but number 8, Sullivan, able to come out with that one. Goes up the short side left, breaks 1, breaks 2, and gets Tulane about 15 meters deep into the Eckerd half again. Tulane looking to move it back into the forwards to the hands of Stephanie Holden. Holden looking for an offload there. None available, though. Carries it wisely. But we will have an offsides penalty against Eckerd. Tulane will have a chance to kick to touch.
Off an offsides penalty. Returning
Lots
to the
of
mark.
pressure there on the scrum against Tulane.
Yeah, and Sullivan came up big there, and it shows why she was a USA All-American 16 and 17. So for her to kind of step up big here, I think Tulane's looking at her now to kind of encourage even the scrums and every line out and every possession they have to keep pushing forward and give it all they got.
So it's one thing to like grab this.
Tulane kicks just between the 22 and a half, about 15 meters to go to the Eckerd try line. They'll set for the line out here on the left side. Forward set up tight off the line out. Lots of space to the outside if they can use it. A little miscommunication there. Number 8, Sullivan set at the 9 position there off the line out. As you said, the big ball carrier, Sullivan's going to have to do a little work to clean this one up. But right in the hands of Leifer, she does it well. Leifer again, slicing through the middle of the defense. Great job there from Sullivan and Leifer to link up. Gets Tulane just about 2 meters out from the Eckerd try line. That ball not quite handled cleanly by Turner. Referee Burpo says it was backwards, though. Tulane will be able to continue the attack. Moving it back to the left again, through the forwards, to the hands of Josie Fisher. Tulane forward set up left again. And move it right back in the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan, again, showing the height advantage there, swimming through that Eckerd defense. The goal will look to move it left again. There's space on the outside here. Number 14, Ellers, brought down strongly, though, by the Eckerd defense. Tulane moves it back into the hands of number 17 there, Stanek. Stanek not quite able to hold on to that one, though. Eckerd will be the beneficiary of that handling error now.
Handling error.
Great stuff there off the line out, as you said, from Sullivan, the big player for Tulane. To be able to recover that one. But Eckerd's spending a lot of time inside their own 22.
Yeah, they really are, and you saw on that whole right-hand side of the pitch, there was so much room there. If Tulane could have just, saw that space and was able to, instead of taking it to that left side, brought it over to the right, I think they might have seen a try there.
Just about 3 minutes to go in this first half, with Tulane still leading 12-7 over the Eckerd Sirens. Very tight affair here. Eckerd with a great scrum, and they look to go with a crossfield kick again. Tough bounce there, but handled well by number 11, Monaco. Monaco breaks it. There's nothing but one defender, but Stephanie Franz not quite able to bring Monaco down with the head of steam. And Emily Monaco, the 21-year-old out of Sagas, Massachusetts, will put 5 more points on the board here for Tulane in the waning moments of this first half. Tough kick there, Megan.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to go in favor of Tulane there because of the bounce that it took, and it looked like that winger right there was, for Eckerd was going to get to it first, but Monaco stepped up, took a nice little grab there, and saw that outside, and there was no stopping her on that one.
A try moves Tulane out to 17-7 lead here. Conversion attempt by number 12, Rowan Turner, still pending. Turner with a kick just about on the 15 meters line from the right side touch. Turner's kick is up. And that one is going to fall just short, but Tulane still leading this one 17-7 over the Eckerd Sirens. With less than 2 minutes to go in this first half. Looks as though Eckerd's going to have to find a way to get out of their own 22. Megan?
Yeah, Eckerd's, again, they took a heavy beating yesterday too, and their forwards have been really big for them. They just need help a little bit from that outside. Not really showing right now.
Eckerd, said, not quite able to get into those outside channels to put it in the hands of their real danger player there, Shear at 13. Their kickoff will go deep this time and is not handled cleanly. Number 15 there from Tulane, Angelica Robertson, fields that one off the bounce. Beautiful kick from Eckerd. We'll see them with a chance now to attack from the scrum between the 22, just about halfway in from the 22, about 10 meters out from the Tulane try line there.
Yeah, this is what we saw yesterday. Eckerd with that long, deep kick and forces a mistake there by Tulane and has them great advantage here.
Good strategy, gives them a chance to play inside the Tulane 22 for a change. Beautiful scrum. Well set there for Babicki. Babicki moving to move it to the hands of Yanuskevich. Interskevich into the hands of Root, but Root tackled very strongly there by Turner. Turner doing a great job on the defensive press today. Eckerd looking to keep it wide. Slight gap there for number 7, Nicole Van Dale. But nothing coming of it. They look to move it again to the right in the hands of Steffi Franz. Franz breaks 1. Still driving her way over the 22. Finally brought down there by Tulane. Eckerd set up with space. But they'll drive through the hands of number 6, Madison Grubb. Grubb carrying very well. Sets up the platform here for Eckerd as they get right back to about 12 meters from the try line, as Eckerd looks to keep it tight. Those forwards, as you said, Megan, really playing a power game.
Yeah, they really are, and it's great. It's always great to see forwards, step in and take those nice long drives, hard hits, too.
Mara Knight driving here for Eckerd. Held up well by Tulane, though. Knight, the 22-year-old out of Lakeland. Back through the hands of Grubb. Grubb grinds it out 1 meter at a time. Lots of space to the left if Eckerd could move it that way through the backs. But they choose to keep it in the forwards where they've had success today. Out to the hands of Emerson Allen. Allen gets him right back to about 5 meters out. Space to the left here. The forwards keep it tight again. Madison Grubb gets him halfway to the try line. Quick drive again. They're 2 meters out now. Can Eckerd continue driving at this pace? Into the hands of Van Dale. Van Dale met strongly there by Claire Sullivan. They move it out to the right into the hands of number 11, Leanna Goodwin. And Leanna Goodwin, the 19-year-old out of Northfield, Minnesota, will put Eckerd right back into this one with 5 points of her own to that short side, Megan.
Yeah, and again, you look at that small Eckerd forwards, but they're such a big force that they just kept on driving. There was no stopping them. And it was great to see them get it out onside to Goodwin there for a try there to bring them up within at least 5.
Eckerd forwards really pounding that one up, but created the space on the right side there for the quick ball to Goodwin. Goodwin had, just about 15 meters, and she made the most of it on the outside, turning it to the corner there, did the wing from Northfield, Minnesota. Wide conversion here, though, attempt for number 12, Root. I believe that's number 12. That one will not quite go in, but that'll take us, I believe, to halftime. Eckerd narrows the gap, but Tulane still leads this one, 17-12, heading into the half. 40 more minutes of rugby here. I'm Jonathan Atkinson.
Conclusion of the first half. Score 17-12.
Megan Hershey and I will be right back for the second half of this women's D2 consolation match. Rejoin us after the break. Welcome back to Matthews, North Carolina, here at the Matthews Sportsplex as we rejoin the action of this women's D2 consolation match between the Green Wave of Tulane and the Eckerd Sirens. Tulane leading this one 17-12. Eckerd going to have to find a way to get back into this one. Spent a lot of time in their own 22. Megan, what do you think?
Yeah, they have. They spent a lot of time defending, it feels like, today. But I think Eckerd's big thing is to get that to Shearer, because yesterday she had 2 tries on the day. She's got 1 today. And they just need to find her, and they need to have some pretty quick ball movement there, or at least draw in the Tulane defense, because the defense for Tulane has been kind of solid right now. But if they can just find those gaps, bring some of those players in, they can get on that outside, I think it's going to be big for them to get on the outside.
Eckerd sets up for the second half kickoff. Tries to drive this one again, deep. Not fielded cleanly there by Tulane. Will give Eckerd a great attacking opportunity right off the bat.
Yeah, and I think this is going to be big for them to kind of they're coming off that momentum from that try from Goodwin at the end of the half, and for them to force this knock on and have yet another scrum that they've been doing so well today of pushing back Tulane, and the Fours have just had one heck of a game here on that scrum.
Tulane will look to connect on those opportunities now. Sun just peeking through here for the first time today in Matthews, looking to warm up, just about 70 degrees. Beautiful rugby weather. Great stable scrum from Tulane, driving it forward there. Comes out the back, though. And that driving scrum will result in an offsides penalty, and Tulane will have a chance to drive it up a little deeper. They look to keep it, though, playing it quickly. Swinging it into the hands there, the big front row. Vicky Grew. Sliding right again to number 10, Januszkiewicz. Out to the outside to Kat Shearer. Kat Shearer, the danger player, breaks through 1, through 2, but taken down by the 15. Gets up and goes again. She's just about on the try line, and Shearer will open the accounts for Eckerd here just 2 minutes into the first half. Puts in 5 points of her own. Megan, just what you were saying.
Yeah, that was a great decision there by Eckerd to get it out to Shearer and to be able to just drive on. And I believe that was Robertson that had that nice little trip up on there that could have been a save and one, but Shearer just had that determination to saw that line and just kept on pushing through.
So those are the two things. It's not that he's not letting her, he's just being strict on the law.
Shearer's second effort there nets Eckerd a much-needed 5 points. Tough conversion here for number 14, Chloe Hill, all the way out at the corner. Not quite going to get there, but Eckerd will move the scoreline to 17-7, tying it up with almost the whole second half to play.
Yeah, and I think they're coming out. Eckerd's coming out strong here. Again, like I said before, they're coming off that try from the end of the half, and now with Shearer's try there and that determination there, I think Eckerd's now on a drive.
Tulane looking to regroup. Beautiful kick there. Goes past the 22 into the hands of number 23, Tabachny Jimenez Reyes. Eckerd keeping it tight here, right back into the hands of Peraza. Peraza doing a great job today carrying for these Eckerd forwards. Moving it right into the hands of Januszkiewicz. She moves it out to Shearer again. Shearer tries for the offload there. That one a little bit loose out of contact, but finds the hands of Emerson Allen in the outside channel. Babicki under a lot of pressure here, but taking her time to set up. Moves it back into the hands of Vicky Grew. Grew gets Eckerd right back to gain line. Babicki to Januszkiewicz. Januszkiewicz all the way out to the outside. Tries to get it to Reyes again. Reyes not quite able to hold on to that one, but again cleaned up by by the other lock, Patricia Strobel, I believe. Into the hands of Nicole Van Dale. Eckerd now just inside their own 22. Unfortunately for them, territory they've had to play a lot of today, Megan.
Yeah, and this is what we saw yesterday, too. Tulane has been in the other half, or in their own half, for, quite some time. But Eckerd, you got to give it to them. Those forwards just keep on pounding that Tulane defense.
Replacement there. Reyes does a great job getting him outside the 22, just about to the 10-meter line now. As Eckerd again looks to keep it tight. Forwards there. Grew tackled well, though, by Claire Sullivan. Puts him right back on the 22. Looking to move it wide, but a lot of pressure here. Tackle missed there by Turner on Reyes, but does the job of stopping them behind the 22. These Tulane backs just relentless in defense, and they'll be rewarded for it with a penalty against Eckerd. Tulane now with a chance to go on the attack inside the Eckerd 22. And Tulane will call for posts. Tie ball game.
Yeah, this is interesting from them. They were in this position yesterday too, and
well, now it looks as though they're going to be moving into tapping and going instead. Tulane looking to move it right again into the forwards, into the hands of Stephanie Holden. Holden held up well there by the Eckerd number 7, Nicole Van Dale. Tulane looking to move it left, out through the hands of Leifer. Leifer swings it wide into the hands of the 15, Angelica Robertson. Robertson tackled very well there by Emerson Allen. Held up, Allen able to slow that ball down and stop the Tulane attack. Back into the hands of number 4, Fisher. Fisher, such an important player for the first half with Tulane, and Tulane will get the penalty there. Halfway between the 22 and the try line. Referee Burpo not happy with something here from the Eckerd defense, Megan.
Yeah, it looks like Eckerd's getting, I mean, they're still really aggressive, but it looks like there's just sometimes where they can get a little bit too aggressive. And now you see her talking to the forwards there of diving in and leaving their feet. And I think they're just getting a little anxious there.
Certainly difficult to play as much defense inside the 22 as they have today, but still have managed to hold this one 17-17, taking the chances when they get them. Tulane, though, will kick this one to a line out, just about 10 meters out from the try line. Tulane this time moving to a full line out for the first time today. After that beautiful driving maul in the first half, have to think that that's coming now. If they can recover this cleanly, which they do, except that'll be ruled not straight. Looked to me, Megan, like they were setting up to drive that one to the line.
They really were, and this is the first time, at least today and a little bit of yesterday, that we saw them go with a full lineup. They've always brought 3 in, which has been successful for them, but it's just unfortunate now that it wasn't straight, and now Eckerd has a chance to move up the pitch.
Eckerd with the scrum just about 10 meters out from their own try line. Certainly not a position they've been unaccustomed to today, though. So we've seen several crossfield kicks come out of situations like this. Really setting a strong platform in the scrum, these Eckerd forwards. And they do the job again, driving Tulane off the mark. Babicki will look to move this one wide. This time they keep it in the hands and move it to the hands of Shearer. Shearer breaks 1, breaks 2, breaks 3, breaks 4, still going. She's all the way to the half with an offload back to the inside. Eckerd now rolling almost 10 meters into the Tulane half. Beautiful stuff there.
Yeah, that really was.
No need to exit when Shearer can take you almost 60 meters. As Eckerd looks to go up the short side, into the hands of number 14, Chloe Hill. Hill brought down strongly there, though, just about 5 meters from touch. Babicki looks to move it back to the inside. As Eckerd looks to move it wide again, Reyes wisely holds that one back as from the shooting Tulane defensive Turner on the outside, I believe that was. Eckerd looks to set it again, right back through the hands of Peraza. Peraza, who's carried so well for them today in the forwards, gets them right back onto the 10-meter line. Eckerd slides it left, shooting Tulane defense again. Shearer steps it back inside through 1, 2, 3. Finally brought down there, and a turnover from Tulane in contact by 15. Angelica Robertson sees them relieve the pressure. Tulane looking to move right quickly. Good attacking space on both sides if they can do it. Trouble here for Eckerd. 13 Shearer taking a little time to get up from that one. Into the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan, the big number 8, who's been so instrumental for this Tulane attack today in setting up the options out wide. And we see a kick here from Gwen Leifer. Leifer puts that one just past Steffi Franz. Oh, but it's not quite handled by Charlotte Ellers. A slight knock on there from Tulane. Interesting change of tactics there.
Yeah, and I think Tulane's got some pretty good speedsters there on the centers and on the wing. So, and a whole bunch of the Eckerd players were back up on that defensive line. So, for them to be able to kick that and be able to see kind of how Franz has kind of handled the ball, sometimes there's been a little bit of bobbling there, and for Tulane to be able to kick that ball up and be pretty confident in their handling and their speed there. they were able to at least get something there.
Absolutely. Tulane looking to relieve some pressure of that back line of Eckerd pressing up with the kick. Able to find the space. Perhaps a tactic that we may see from Eckerd here adopting as well from that shooting outside defense of Tulane.
Yeah, I think after now they've kind of seen what Tulane can do, and for Eckerd to be able to kind of come back and keep tackling up on there on Tulane's defense, they'll eventually get tired and find those gaps.
Eckerd, though, will be without the services of their number 13, the all-important Shearer, Catherine Shearer, who's been so responsible for their scoring and breaks today, heading off the field with what looks to be a slight injury there. Certainly coming off under her own power. That's going to make it tough for him.
That really is, and she's been such a huge impact on this game, and now Eckerd's got to find another way to get that ball out and get up the field.
Tulane here opts to take the quick tap, moving it quickly into the hands of Sophie Tannen. Tannen, the number 1 from Rutland, Vermont, doing a great job there to carry him right back into the hands of Sullivan. Sullivan steps back inside and takes 3 or 4 sirens to bring her to ground as Tulane looks to move it wide. Right back into the hands of Turner. Now looking to exploit that space with Shearer off the field. Number 13, Sarah Foster, turning it onto the corner, and nobody's going to stop her as Sarah Foster, the 22-year-old out of Boston, will open up the scoring for Tulane this half. Taking advantage of the replacement there at 13, Foster. I imagine we'll see more of that.
Yeah, and this is kind of a nice little break for Tulane there, as defending is so much as they did, and for Eckerd to strike back pretty quickly in the half. This kind of gives Tulane a little bit of boost of a little bit more confidence that they can keep on attacking. If they keep on attacking, they're going to find those gaps, they're going to find that space and get a try here.
Very wide conversion, but Tulane now leading this women's D2 consolation match, 22-17, with almost 30 minutes to play here. 29 on the board. Looked for all rights that Eckerd was going to start rolling there with that big run off their own try line, all the way out to 60 meters. Tulane, though, able to strike back very quickly off those 2 successive penalties. That conversion's going to be just a bit short. But Tulane's still leading this one, 22-17, with about 28 minutes left on the clock, Megan.
Yeah, and we've seen this from yesterday from Tulane of, having that breakaway, especially from Shearer. There was that nice breakaway, those nice little quick movements there. But Tulane has always been able to, get back there and make some try-saving tackles here, and you never see them give up, which is really good to see out here today.
This one certainly, though, a seesaw affair as far as the scoreboard is concerned. 5 points between these two women's D2 teams who've had such a successful season. It's going to be a very exciting last half hour. That kick right onto the 22, fielded by number 19, Coralie LaRue. LaRue carries strongly for Tulane back onto the 10. We go through the forwards again. Tulane looking for the space out to the left if they can get it there. It is available. Right back into the hands of Foster again. Foster slips that one. An offload to the outside. That one's carried clean to Robertson. Robertson gets Tulane across the halfway line now as Tulane looks to get that attack rolling. Josie Fisher does a little cleanup. Tulane pushing it back through the forwards again through the hands of 17, Stanek. Legault to the outside, short offload to Sullivan. Sullivan breaks one, gets through the gap, and offloads again to Dill. It's Tulane really opening up the offload game now.
Yeah, it's been really great so far for them, and we'll see what happens here going forward.
To the outside again through the hands of Turner. Turner carries this one strongly into contact, breaks the first tackle, takes 2 or 3 to bring her down, but there's space to the right or left now if Tulane can move it quickly. Carry it back through the forwards, right to gain line, just about 22 meters out from the Eckerd try line. Back through the forwards again. Momentary look there from 17 Stanek for the offload, but wisely opts to carry it herself as they look to move it wide, right back into the hands of Foster. Foster swings it out to the wing. Number 14, Charlotte Ehlers. Ehlers turns the corner, 1 to beat there. Franz with a beautiful covering tackle, drives her into touch.
Excellent try, saving tackle. Ball carried into touch. Results in
Tulane
awarded to Eckerd.
looks to be moving it wide now with intent.
Yeah, which is really good to see them do because they do have those speedsters out there on the wing, and they haven't really been attacking the wings against Eckerd, and they've kind of just been attacking that middle, and it's really great to see them attack on those wings where they do have that speed out there.
Tulane not able to quite hold that one, give Eckerd a chance, but Tulane turns over the line out there on the 5, and Tulane will have a chance to go again inside the Eckerd 22. Right back into the hands of Ehlers again and right back out of bounds, unfortunately. Eckerd with a rare chance to redo that. Line out in just about the same position. About 7 meters out here on the right side of the field. But really getting up in the air and putting a lot of pressure on that Tulane line out, Eckerd line out. Eckerd not able to field that one cleanly. Bounces back into the try zone. Leaving Gwen Leifer a lot of work to do to clear that one. Eckerd with the kick here will relieve some of the pressure, but not much. Tulane will have a chance for their own line out, just about 12 meters out from the Eckerd try line.
Yeah, it looked like Tulane there was really close to getting that ball and taking it away and getting a little try there off of an Eckerd mistake.
Back to the 3-person line out goes Tulane. Carried cleanly. They move it into the hands of Sullivan, who stepped in, the big number 8, into the 9 position of the line out. Back to the hands of Eller. Eller looks to swing it out to the backs, connects with Leifer. Leifer steps 1, comes back to the inside. Leifer, great leg drive there through the contact, puts Tulane right back about 5. They move it in the hands of Sullivan again. Sullivan steps through. Looking for that offload over the top, the big number 8 from Chicago. Tulane will look to move it to the right again through the hands of Stanek. Stanek stopped just about 5 meters out from the try line. Into the hands of Turner. Turner so influential for this Tulane back line all year. Moving it right again quickly now. This Tulane, there's space on the right side. Number 11, Emily Monaco out there in space if they can get it. We'll have an infringement at the breakdown though. Looks as though Tulane is really starting to get this offense clicking.
Yeah, it only took, a matter of, a little bit of time, a little bit more of determination. And
certainly the effect of 2 days of rugby taking its toll here on the Eckerd defense and all that time inside their own 22.
Yeah, and hopefully they're so close here, and as a player, you feel that tension, you feel that you're so close to the line. Let's see what they do here.
Quick tap, they move it through the hands of Tannen. Tannen getting him right onto the try line. Back to the hands of number 4, Josie Fisher. Looking to move it left, back into the back. Leifer to Turner. Turner steps back inside, breaks through 1. She's tackled very strongly there, though, by Peraza on the cover. Tulane looks to go quick. Legault takes off herself, but is stuffed backwards by the Eckerd defense. Into the hands of the replacement, number 18, Hannah Brown. Brown driving for the try line. Just held up, though.
That ball is held up. It'll come out for a 5-meter scrum.
Tulane really looking to have chances to attack here.
Yeah, and if they kept on driving through, but yesterday Eckerd was in the same position several times during the game, and they kept holding up Salisbury. And so for Eckerd or for Tulane here, if they just would have seen that outside space, they probably would have had a try here and would have went up.
Certainly opportunities available for them, but this Eckerd defense holding stout today despite being 10 meters out from their own try line for substantial portions of time. A great shift from them. We'll see a big scrum here to Tulane, right on the 5. Beautifully held there, right into the hands of Claire Sullivan. Sullivan driving for the line, gets the offload to the outside to Monaco. Monaco brought down just about 5. Tulane looks to keep playing it quickly, though, driving up with the forwards again, and they're just about 1 meter out from the try line. Slowing down slightly, but back into the hands of number 2, Stephanie Holden. Tulane looking to keep it in the forwards. Driving up through the hands of Fisher. Fisher now 5 out, driven back strongly by our opposite Emerson Allen. Allen there with a great tackle will produce a slight knock, and Eckerd will have another chance to clear.
Yeah, and again, they've always been in this position. Well, not always, but in the last couple minutes, they're just right here, right on their try line. And if they can just go ahead and just knock this out or have a nice little long kick out there to kind of break up that Tulane defense and bring them back and hopefully, push them forward.
See number 18, Helen Wittenborn, joining the action for Eckerd, the 19-year-old out of Robbinsville, New Jersey. Sees her first action today. Just about 21 minutes left to go. 22-17, Tulane over Eckerd. Eckerd here with the scrum in their own 5 all the way to the left side of the field. Fields it cleanly, though, in the hands of Reyes. Again, looking to attack to the outside. It looks as though Shearer has rejoined the action. Shearer tackled strongly, though, driven right back onto their own try line. Real trouble here for Eckerd. They play it out wide. They find a little space, but they're literally playing in their own try zone at the moment. Eckerd looks to go to the short side, and they find space. Great work there from number 4, Emerson Allen. Gets them almost out to the 22. Pick and drive again there from number 6, Madison Grubb. Great composure from Eckerd there to get out of their own try zone.
Yeah, it looked a couple of times like they were going to be in trouble, but they just, they were able to get that on the outside and pull through and get them a little bit more yards.
Back into the hands of Alexis Peraza again. Peraza carrying strongly to the line. They're moving it out to the backs now, into the hands of Shearer. Shearer steps back inside. Tackled well in the 22, but does a great job to produce something there against this Tulane defense. Out to the wide channel with Stephanie Franz. Franz looking to turn the corner. Franz does turn the corner. Missed tackle there, one to beat, but great tackle there by Angelica Robertson for Tulane to keep him in this one. Beautiful carry there from Franz.
Yeah, that's really great. That's what we wanted to see from her yesterday, and for her to do that today, she has one more to beat.
Eckerd looking to move it wide here again. Here at the hands of Shearer. Shearer throws a pass to number 14, Chloe Hill, that doesn't quite find the mark. But Eckerd moving from sideline to sideline with that phase of play.
Yeah, that's really great for them to now be able to see them, starting from where they were in their try zone, and for them to come back and bring it up to about the 50 is really good for them, and especially some big, nice pushes through from the forwards.
I'm curious on
Certainly no quit in this Siren squad. 5 points separate these two teams. Tulane just inside the Eckerd half, about 5 meters on the left side of the field. Under pressure in the scrum, but they bring it out cleanly. Legault throws it back inside the hands of Turner. Legault looks to move it right into the hands of Stephanie Holden. Holden breaks 1, takes 3 to bring her down. Bouncing out at the back there of the ruck, but Legault able to clean it up very well. And Tulane now 10 meters deep into the Eckerd half. Legault to the right again through the backs to the hands of Leifer. All the way outside in the hands of Sarah Foster, the 2-time try scorer for Tulane today. Foster, that ball bouncing around a little bit in the ruck there, but able to recover that cleanly. As Tulane looks to continue moving it the same direction to the right side of the field. Handled well, though, by Eckerd. Slowing down the tempo just a bit to set up the backs. Onto the hands of Foster. Foster driving well, finds the offload to the outside to Ehlers. Ehlers tackled very well there by Shearer. Returning back to the action, Leifer goes quickly. Tackled very strongly. As Tulane looks to move it left. Tulane just about 22 meters out now. As they drive it back through the forwards. You see the impact Shearer has as soon as she came back on the field. Tulane having more difficulty now moving it back through the backs with her presence there in the midfield. Great pressure there from Eckerd. Lots of work for Tulane to do at the breakdown here to recover this one. A little too much pressure, though, so they'll get a penalty for diving over. Tulane will have a chance to kick for touch or opt for keeping it in hand here, just about 30 meters out from the try line. Tulane taps and goes. Into the hands of Eva Dills. Dills carries them right onto the 22. To the right they go, through the hands of Sophie Tannen. Tannen with a big run, gets almost 10 yards out of that one. They look to move it wide to the left. Lots of space here. Leifer chooses to keep it to her side, keep it in her own hands, though. Gets him right back to gain line. Around the corner to the forwards again. Dills carrying this one right to the line. Pounding it up again through the hands of Stanek. Back through the forwards again, through the hands of Holden. Holden carrying strongly to the line, but is met by Van Dale. Back setting up to the right now for Tulane. Looking to get wide in the space. Sarah Foster all the way out there if it could have come to hands. Not quite there for Tulane, though. Monaco cleans up on the corner for them. But a little handling error there will give Eckerd a chance to relieve pressure.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think this is great for for Eckerd for that little mishandle there from Tulane. Now it kind of gives them a little bit more time to take a little breather here as they set up for the scrum and allow them to push it through the back and get it to Shearer and have this nice big run again, because it looks like Tulane's defense is getting just a little bit tired. And if they just keep attacking that space, they're going to find that break and they're going to get a try here. And
Hannah Brown making her debut for Tulane.
Tulane certainly setting up with the intent to attack in those outside channels, as you point out, were it not for that little bit of handling miscue. See number 18, Hannah Brown, join the action for Tulane. Big scrum here from Eckerd. Great push. Good pickup by their number 8, Krzyzewnik. Still driving. Finally brought down just about 15 meters deep into the Eckerd half. Eckerd looks to move it through the forwards again, trying to establish some rhythm to get themselves out of their own half and back into this game, score-wise. Looking to move it through the wide channels, all the way out to Franz. Franz, the speedster, looks to turn the corner. Well covered there, though, by the Tulane back line. Leifer comes up big on the tackle. They look to move it quickly. Eckerd playing an offload game again. Shearer breaks one. Shearer's up the short side. 1 to go. Tackled well there by Robertson. Robertson not quite able to bring her down cleanly, but does the job of slowing her down. Catherine Shearer with a breakup from no space at all.
Yeah, it's been really fun to watch what she can do with the ball once she gets in, to find that space and get those defenders right on their heels.
Krzyzewnik carrying Eckerd right across the halfway line. Eckerd looking to keep it tight here with the forwards through the hands of Mara Knight. Referee telling Tulane to back up a little bit. The open field defense there just offsides. Turner and Fisher pushing it up a little bit on the outside, trying to find a way to stop this Eckerd attack in the outside channels. Eckerd goes back to the right through the hands of Emerson Allen. Just about 10 meters deep now into the Tulane half. The hands of Reyes. Reyes finds Shearer. Back to Reyes. Reyes looking to move it wide into the hands of Franz. Franz with a lot of space here now. Tulane playing very patiently on the defense, though. See that drift defense from number 13, Sarah Foster, really leaving Eckerd with no options of attack there.
Yeah, it would have been kind of nice to see Franz go in there and attack that inside and bring those defenders in just a little bit and hand that off and probably get on the outside there.
Penalty against Tulane here in the breakdown.
For not rolling away at the tackle.
Eckerd will take their time. 15 minutes left to go. 5 points between these two. Very tight affair here. Eckerd taps and goes. Into the hands of Reyes. Reyes out to Shearer. That one not quite clean, though. Get outside to the hands of Emerson Allen. Allen playing in the wide channels. Into the hands of Franz. Franz, the speedster, is trying to turn the corner. Well covered there by Tulane number 14, Charlotte Ehlers. But Eckerd with another attacking opportunity, just about 10 meters deep into the Tulane half. Big hit there on Reyes. But Eckerd driving through number 2, Alexis Peraza, who's done so much work for them today in the forwards. Does a great job of getting them on the front foot. Into the hands of Shearer. Shearer with a little stutter step, finds a gap. Still driving, 10 meters out. Shearer goes again. She just will not be tackled.
She won't, and it's great even to see her with probably looks like a knee injury just to keep pounding through is a big inspiration.
Eckerd now making the most of their chance just about 5 meters out from this Tulane try line, and Tulane's going to have to find a way to stop these Eckerd forwards. Eckerd moving it left. There's space here into the hands of Goodwin. Goodwin finds the corner, and Eckerd will bring this one to even. Linnea Goodwin, the 19-year-old out of Northfield, Minnesota, who will put 5 points on the board for Eckerd. Great stuff there from Eckerd.
Yeah, that was really good, really great work from them. And from Pereira's to see that footwork from a forward is just amazing. And even that speed from her, that drive and get those extra meters, and to help her team get it to the outside and get that really great position to get them to try and bring this to a tie game.
Goodwin had acres of space on the corner to work with there, and the wing able to make good on it. Beautiful conversion kick there, but won't quite find the mark. Still 15 minutes to go in this women's consolation match, and it's a tie ball game. 22-22, Tulane and Eckerd. This one may come down to who scores last, Megan.
Yeah, I think it will, and I really think, Shearer coming back on has had a huge spark in the Eckerd offense and even on the defensive side and to encourage them to keep pushing forward. And you can see Tulane is getting a little frustrated here on both the attack and on the defensive side. I think for Tulane, they just need to take a little bit of time to regroup, and to calm down and play like they've been playing at the beginning of this game.
Certainly good momentum for Eckerd. Finding a way to get their number 15, Franz, involved in the attack. Really seeing her turn it on here in the second half. It's Tulane's kick lands right on the 22 in the hands of number 7, Nicole Van Dale. Van Dale tackled very strongly there by Sullivan, though. Eckerd looks to keep it tight, pounding it up through the forwards, as they have all day, through the hands of Madison Grubb. They'll go to the forwards again, right back into the hands of Krzyzewnik. Looking to move it wide now, into the hands of Reyes. Reyes handing it to Shearer. Shearer, though, met very well by Foster. Franz just on the outside shoulder there of Shearer. Seems to be the setup that Eckerd's going for now in the open field. Big drive from the Eckerd forwards here now through the hands of number 16. Hannah Friedman joining the action. Eckerd looks to move it wide. Reyes on the outside. Reyes brought down in contact by Sullivan there. Really looking to get that ball to the outside wing. But Tulane playing very disciplined drift defense, giving them nothing to work with on the corner.
Yeah, and we saw this yesterday. It looks like the attack is going to get on the outside, but Tulane is right there for that stop.
Eckerd gets it in the hands of the winger now, though. As she drives forward, does Goodwin, the two-time try scorer, to get them about 10 meters. Beautiful tackle there by the fly half-lifer on the forward Friedman. Sticks Eckerd back inside their own 22. Eckerd driving it up through the hands of Januszkiewicz. Januszkiewicz has done so well to move that ball to the outside channels. Looks as though she and Reyes are splitting the duties at 10 now in the attack. Eckerd right back into the forwards with Mara Knight. They look to move it to the right. There's space here on the outside if they can get to it. Into the hands of Emerson Allen, who's been the big lock from Golden Valley, Minnesota. He's been playing in the wide channels so well today for this Sirens team. Right back into the hands of Friedman. Friedman, though, loses that one in contact. Great poach there from the Tulane 9. Legault able to get her team a ball right inside the Eckerd 22. Eckerd, though, able to come up with a penalty of their own for not releasing, I believe, in the breakdown. Tulane looking to move it wide. Eckerd looking to move it wide, but that Tulane drift defense really frustrating their efforts in that outside channel. Eckerd taps and goes quickly into the hands of their influential 15, Franz. Franz sees a little gap, doesn't quite get through it, though. Tackled well, just about 12 meters into her own half. Back into the forwards they go, into the hands of Friedman. Friedman carries to the line, but is met well by the Tulane defense. Real slow ball, recycle here for Eckerd, but they're set up wide with the space to the right if they can get it there. Into the hands of Kershesnik. Kershesnik with a break. One to beat, she breaks two. It's only Ehlers. Ehlers brings her down just about 5 meters out from the 22, but that's going to be called, I believe, a high tackle. Real danger from Tulane there. I believe we may be seeing the yellow, Megan.
Yeah, that looked like it was a tough tackle. I mean, it was great for her to to chase her down, but just that high tackle there is going to be costly for Tulane here in the closing minutes.
Tough there for Tulane. Kershesnik, the number 8 from Eckerd, with a beautiful break. Broke about 3 tackles to come through. Robertson was the only person standing between her and 5 points for Eckerd.
Charlotte,
you're off. Come on.
Leaves referee Burpo with little choice, though, on that call, but to give her a yellow. Important emphasis for safety here in the game now, those high tackles, Megan.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of them that looked a little bit close, but this one is such an open field that you're able to see that, and you saw the hair go back too, which is not good for that.
Yeah, certainly no malice in it, but just mistimes it a bit. And now Tulane will have to play for the rest of this ball game with just 14 players. Into the hands of Shearer. Shearer breaks one to beat on the outside. Goes right through. Does Catherine Shearer. Shearer looking to be in a bit of bother as she headed into the trial zone there. And referee Burpo will consult with his touch judge before awarding this one. Beautiful break there, though, from Shearer.
Yeah, that was one heck of a drive there. She saw that space. She had her little juke, and she took that space. Let's just hope that's a try for them.
And it will be 5 points for Eckerd. Eckerd taking quick advantage of that yellow card to go through the back 3 there of Tulane. I incorrectly attributed that to Robertson. I believe that was Charlotte Ehlers with the yellow card. Shearer spotting the space, puts a little step on, and no matter what the injury status was, she will just not be denied, and puts Eckerd in the lead with 6 minutes to go in this game. Conversion pending. It is up and is just left, but Eckerd will still lead this 27-22. Megan, we said it earlier, it may come down to the last one to score in this match.
Yeah, and right now it's Eckerd still coming off of that try from a great run by Shearer, but Tulane's going to come out strong here in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Tulane goes with a quick kick, trying to catch Eckerd off guard, but Eckerd fields that one cleanly, and Eckerd's right back into this ball game. On the attack, through the hands of Reyes. Reyes to the outside to Emerson Allen, as we said, the forward that's been in the back line. And here we go with Shearer again. Shearer breaks through the tackle there of Sarah Foster. Looks for the offload, but held it back. Back into the hands of Franz. Franz with the 2-on-1 here on the outside. Backs herself, but tackled well by Josie Fisher. Oh, beautiful backhanded offload there from the number 9. Finds the 14, Chloe Hill. Great stuff there from Anastasia Babicki. Referee indicating advantage to Eckerd. Eckerd continues to keep it in the forwards to the hands of number 16, Friedman. Friedman gets him just about 10 meters deep into the Tulane half. Moving it wide to the left. There is space on the outside. Eckerd with a 5-on-2 advantage here. Into the hands of Franz. Franz steps back in. Covered well, though, by the Tulane forwards drifting across there. Fisher makes the tackle. Eckerd looks to move it up left to the short side through Grubbs. Back into the hands of Krzyzewski. Eckerd really driving now, just about 15 meters out from the Tulane try-zone. Back into the hands of Friedman. Seeing the offload from the 10 to the forwards out in the outside. Looks as though Eckerd's looking to play a more expensive game now, Megan.
Yeah, and I think they're going to take advantage of that player down there for Tulane and get that on the outside, and they're just moving it real quick here, which is really great to see.
Out to the outside channel with Reyes, but she's isolated there in the contact. Tulane comes up with an important turnover there to the hands of number 10, Gwen Leifer. But they're going to have a lot of space to cover in the next 3 minutes and 40-ish seconds. Just inside their own 22. This Eckerd defense is certainly out. Tulane chooses to tap and go. Number 5 there, Rebecca Evans, tackled cleanly on the 22. Eckerd pouring on the pressure now in defense. Eckerd just trying to keep them contained within their own half. Tulane's so dangerous on those outside channels if they can move it. We see the kick here from Leifer. Beautiful kick into space. Sees nobody's home from Eckerd. Franz having a little bit of difficulty, but that one's rolled backwards. Franz will take it to the left. It's just Leifer to beat now. Beautiful tackle there from Leifer, but Franz is able to keep the ball in play back to the infield. Eckerd comes up with this one on the 22. Tulane recovering back well, though, in the defensive line. Again, Krzyzewski will drive this one up to 2 or 3 Tulane defenders before being brought down just about 15 meters out from the try line. Eckerd driving it forward again. Grubb gets him 5 meters out. And now the Eckerd forwards go to work. 16, Friedman carries it up. Now we'll see it from Shawn Martin, the 20-year-old from Tampa. As Eckerd sets for another pick and drive. Back to the hands of Krzyzewski, right on the try line here. Can she get that one down? No, Tulane comes up big there. Holds that one up. Krzyzewski with a great drive, but Tulane's defense through the hands of number 5 there, Rebecca Evans, just able to hold that up. Megan.
Yeah, the Eckerd, man, they've been pushing through these last couple of minutes. There is no sign of giving up. I think they're hungry for one more in this half here to close this out and to keep on pushing. They're back here again with those scrums, and their forward line here has been pretty dominant. And so we'll be interesting to see what happens here on this one.
The clock working to Eckerd's advantage, certainly. Even that hold-up doesn't cost them much, as it takes a costly minute or so off the clock for Tulane to reset for this scrum. Just about a minute left to play here. Eckerd leading this one 27-22 over Tulane in our women's consolation, D2 consolation match. Eckerd with another attacking platform here. As you said, their scrum's so strong today. Tulane comes in with a heavy push, though. Eckerd fields it cleanly. Krzyzewski picks and goes. Krzyzewski goes through 2 before being brought down a meter out. Eckerd drives to the forwards again. They're into the try zone. Can they get this one down? Held up again. Tulane does what they need to stop that score.
5-meter scrum.
Yeah, Tulane here came up big on that one, but I think what I would have liked to have seen from Eckerd is there's so much space on that outside. If they just keep getting it out to those to that wings to Franz or even to Ellers here, there's not enough space there for Tulane to get out there. And I know they want to keep driving in those from the forwards because the forwards have been so impactful in this game. I just like to see them get it on that outside.
Certainly every time they go through those forwards and get a reset, though, working in their favor. The clock down now, less than a minute to play here on the stadium clock. Not quite sure what the referee's clock is. Great scrum there again from Eckerd. Lots of pressure from Tulane, though. Out to the outside channels, as you said, to Shearer. Shearer puts it to Franz. Franz drops it, but able to pick it up. She's looking for the corner. Franz with 3 Tulane defenders swarming her back into the inside of the field with Januszewicz. Januszewicz cleans that one up well. And Eckerd looking to get rolling with their forwards again. About 22 meters out, though. Tulane really going to have to come up with the turnover here to get back in this with a chance. And Tulane does come up. They create a penalty there in the breakdown.
Go, Quinn! Quinn, you gotta run!
They opt not to go quickly, though. Zero time left on the game clock and the board. If Tulane chooses to kick to touch, they will still have the line out. But it looks as though they're going to opt to keep it in hand. Long way to go for them.
Yeah, but I think they can go ahead and do that. If they keep their composure and they keep on attacking that offside, they're going to get their chance.
Slightly high there in the tackle, and Tulane will be the beneficiary of a high tackle call. They choose again to slow it down. Tulane just between the 22 and the 10 in their own half. About 60-odd meters to go to the try line. Trailing by 5. They need to put one in to tie this up. Through the hands of number 7. Eva Dills. Back to the inside. To the hands of Josie Fisher. Tulane pounding it up with the forwards now. Almost 55 meters out. Moving out to the wide channels. Out to the hands of number 15, Robertson. Tulane, mind you, again, still playing with 14 players, so it's going to be tough to swing it out into the open field. Keeping it up through the forwards. As they bang it up to the short side again. Back to the hands of Sullivan, the number 8 that's been so influential for them today, and she gets them just about 8 meters from the halfway. But go to Leifer, trying to move it wide now. Out of the hands of Foster. Foster has space now, about 2 to beat. She's being tracked down by Shearer. Great tackle there from Shearer, but Foster gets the offload away into the hands of Leifer. Beautiful tackle there from Stephanie Franz, and that will be it. Great stuff from Tulane. Really had a chance to take this one down to the line. But the Eckerd Sirens will come away with the win here. 27-22 over the Tulane Green Wave in this women's D2 consolation match. Tulane having a lot of work to do there at the end of the match, Megan.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to be gone there on that wing, but Foster, she had one heck of a drive, but that support there just, I think, after 80 minutes or so and really hard work yesterday, they're just tired and the heat's now, the sun's coming out. But that support there, if that support was there just a little bit, I think they would have been able to go through and get at least, a try here and tie it up. But what a great match between these two.
Certainly wonderful play on both sides. That'll be it for this women's D2 consolation. On behalf of Megan Hershey and our whole broadcast crew here with Flow Rugby, I'm Jonathan Atkinson, thanking you for joining us. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes for the men's D1 AA Spring Championship between Dartmouth and Chico State. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.